You need an artificial intelligence policy. As much policies as we have, and as little as I'd like to recommend you have another one, the time has come. We need to put statements and policies in front of users so they know how they can use AI and what they can use it for. So in this short video, what I want to do is cover 5 must-have policy statements to help you build your own artificial intelligence policy. So we're going to jump right into it with number 1. Start with what AI they can use. There's a couple things here. Number 1 is just the idea that we want to be a business enabler. And so we want to start by telling users how they can use it. We want to enable them. We want to promote its use. So here we want to get started thinking a little bit ahead before we make this statement. What artificial intelligence platform have you actually approved for the company use? Decide on one or two and make sure that it's licensed. That license agreement is in place. And what that's going to do is that's going to help you retain ownership of your data. So as users upload data into that system, it's still your data. And number one, it can't be leaked. And number two, it can't be used as part of that learning model for that AI platform. And why that's really important is just because we have so many AI platforms currently and they're being developed by the day. Traditionally we would think of, maybe a couple different AI platforms might come to mind, but the truth is that they're developing everywhere. They're niching into different types of industries, business sizes, and even add-ons to traditional software as a service platforms. So we want to get out ahead of this by telling users what they can use. And so we don't have to field the questions of, may I have this, may I have that? As you see, just a quick flash up of some of the landscape. Number two, finally, we'll transition into how AI cannot be used. So I'm not going to go into detail of all the thou shall not rules that you may want to have in this section of your policy, but this is your opportunity to tell them how not to use AI. Some companies are forming an AI governance committee, and out of there comes some principles of AI use. Some of them might be that if you generate with anything with AI, that you need to have someone that owns the review of that before it's approved. Maybe a statement is you don't use any other AIs than the company approved and sanctioned licensed one. Maybe another statement is don't use any open source non-licensed AIs. So this is your opportunity there. I always like to deliver the why. I like to educate users to help them understand why we're making these statements and these policies, just beyond doing more wrist slapping. Ultimately, this is the answer that we've come up with to prevent losing confidentiality, integrity, and impact company reputation by uploading sensitive data to non-licensed artificial intelligence platforms. It's just what it says. When you have a non-licensed platform that's available on the internet and users decide to use it and they put data in it, they put your company data into it, it's nearly impossible to get that data back, to change the confidentiality, to prevent that data from being queried. It is now under the ownership by most licensed models I've reviewed of that AI platform. So this is ultimately what we're trying to stop. Look, you can use AI. We just don't want you to put AI in an open non-licensed model. We want to get out ahead of it and make sure that we've got a good contract on how to use it. Now that we've transitioned from what AI they can use and how they can't use it, we really want to get down into what data can be used. Because look, the truth is that data is currency. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we're trying to protect the data, the integrity of it, the confidentiality of it, the availability of it. And so we really want to get clear on, if you have an AI platform, what data can that AI platform ingest and process and generate new data from? If you're mature enough, maybe you have a data classification program, and this is a great area to relate your policy to your data classification matrix, indicating which data classifications can be used. And if you don't, I've seen other companies try to detail this out at a data element level. So maybe no driver's license numbers, nothing containing social or personal information. And other companies try to do this at a business level, a departmental level, and they map that to the folder structures that are under the stewardship of that business. So if your business has clients, it would say don't upload any client data into the AI. AI risk continued to move. This is a serious issue. You want to get out ahead of it. You want to protect your data, but you still want to enable users. And then finally, how to request AI. There's going to be situations where maybe a colleague told them there's a really good AI here, or they read something. And truth be told, there's a lot of great, powerful AI tools out there. Um, but instead of using them directly, let's create a process that user can request access to that platform. We want to make it easy to request, but we also want to put the burden of explanation and risk back on the user. So this process is typically done via sending a request to an email address or creating a ticket in your ticketing system, or maybe setting up a request portal in your intranet website. And all of these should include a business justification case, like who's going to own this, who needs access to it, and what can this AI do that we need to do that our other approved AIs cannot do. And then finally, a discipline area within your policy. And this can be a sensitive area, but when you think about it, this is really a user risk issue more than it is an AI issue. And when we use AI correctly and the right security controls are put around it, we can get tremendous results. The risk that I outlined earlier is really about users going around that system, circumventing that system, or using AI without the company being proactive in creating a policy and setting the right tools to use. So within a discipline section, we're trying to transfer some of that risk back to the user about making the wrong decision. And I know this can be a sensitive section. You should work with HR. Hopefully this is a section that's reviewed annually by the risk stakeholders in the business, and maybe it's already included in other policies that have been updated recently. So I hope that helps you kind of consider building your own artificial intelligence policy. I'm here to tell you it's time. If you don't have one, you should definitely build one and get it approved. Start simple. You can always make changes and improvements later. And I hope this helped. And if you want more information, you can click on the video where we take you through how to write an artificial intelligence security policy from soup to nuts.